So that's me. Thank you very much for coming today. You know, you guys are all in the business of creating video games, right? That's spectacular. Congratulations. I hope it works really well for everybody. I'll tell you first how I became a voiceover actor or an actor at all, and then Mario, and then the years of Mario. And I hope that everybody here goes away with an idea of you know, living your life and building your dream and following your heart and doing what you love to do in life. Because you can hear no many times in your life, but if you are pursuing your own destiny, the answer is always going to be yes. It may not look the way you think it will, but it will be yes, you know. I was in college at UC Berkeley studying political science with a theory emphasis going into international law, and all of a sudden I couldn't get a class, any class with a professor that I wanted. The first professor that had ever said, what do you think about, you know, ... And, you know, so I'd never been asked that in my academic career. And I thought, wow, this is the guy I want to write my thesis for, this is the one I take all the classes from, and the next of my final quarters, I couldn't get a single class with him. And so I did what I did, I pouted, and I left school. And a friend of mine said, well, come and take an acting class from me. And I said, there's absolutely no way I could ever be an actor. I could never stand in front of people and talk or be a character. It's impossible. He said, well, it doesn't matter if you can do that or not. Just come and take an acting class. And I said, but I don't want to. I'm scared to death. And I was sure I was going to die. And somehow he convinced me. Well, he convinced me to go because there was a student-run cafeteria, so I could, you know, eat lunch with him in the day and then go to the class. So he talked me into it through my stomach. So I said, okay, all right, I'll go. And I think the first thing you do in acting school is you do monologues. As I'm sure here, the first thing you do is drawing or something. That, okay, this is bam, that marks the beginning. You know, that's where you start. So we did this Spoon River anthology, a story about a bunch of dead people. And each person comes back and says, oh, I died a terrible death, oh, you know. So I was like Joe, the guy that died in some fire. And I was terrified the whole time, absolutely petrified, sure that I was going to die as soon as I stood up. So I waited, and I waited, and I waited, just to add to the story, the building, and the stress, until I was the last person. There was no more choice. I had to go. And I remember going up, and I remember vividly, you know, I start the monologue terrified, and my right leg starts shaking like this, my knee is going like this. I'm like, oh my gosh, I gotta go. And I put my weight on that knee, and I say, oh, I died a terrible death, the fire was so, uh-oh, my other leg. And I go, oh, I better put, and I put my legs apart, and I go, that'll be better. And then both of them were going, and I was convinced that I was saying, you know, and I finished my monologue. I did not die. And people went, oh, that's, you know, you're the only person in the class that wasn't nervous. And my heart, you know, really? Come on, and, you know, and so I thought, well, all right, I kept doing it, and I started getting a little bit less nervous. And then I gained confidence. I went and I auditioned for the school play, the Midsummer Night's Dream, for the lead role of Oberon, you know, the king of the fairies. And I just like, well, you know, I, Oberon, king of the fairies. And we, you know, in college you watch each other do this audition. So I watch everybody else do their audition, you know, and then I go up there, you know, I, Titania, king of the night, you know. And I did my audition, and I thought, touchdown! I got this for sure, because I watched everybody else. I was sure that I was right. I knew that I was going to get the part. And the next day I walked, you know, to where the casting was going to be, and I'm, oh yes, let me see where I am. A, B, C, D, F, G, H, I, Oberon, not me. And I, what? And I looked, and not only did I not get the lead, I didn't get anything. I didn't get the bunny rabbit holding a carrot. Nothing. And I thought, oh, I know I was good. I know I did well. And it didn't fly. And so I thought, okay, that failure was the beginning for me of being an actor. Because from that, it set the fire that started me going, okay, I am going to work on everything I can possibly. I'm going to learn monologues, I'm going to learn scenes, I'm going to push. And I started doing the speech classes, and I did the tournaments, and we won the state and the national championships, and then I was acting, and all I could do was think about was acting. And Berkeley Repertory Theater, professional theater, came and auditioned at the school, not in the big, big room, but the little classroom. And I went in and I auditioned with the Oberon monologue that I didn't get the part for. And right against the same people who did get Oberon and did get all the roles. And I got the apprenticeship, I got the part. And I studied at Berkeley Rep and worked at Berkeley Rep, and then I went to school in England to the drama studio, came back, started doing more and more studies, more and more theater things, and then transitioned into corporate videos, corporate films, voiceover, and it just, one thing has led to another. So I will always say, make these conscious choices, but it's also true that life has a way of happening, which was great for me, but it was the failure that made me want to become an actor, and I'm not even sure exactly how I made the choices along the way, but I knew that I wanted to be happy. I knew that I wanted to be an artist, and I knew, and if you had said to me 35 years ago, oh, you're going to be doing voiceover, I'd say, no, I'm going to be a purist. I'm going to be a theater actor, working in New York and Los Angeles or anywhere in the world. I'm going to be, but there it is, So here you are at the beginning of your careers, which I hope are really fun for all of you. You never know what your life is going to look like creatively. But if you're always creating, and always creating not for approval, but for your own process, you'll be successful in ways that you don't know today, but will be great, So there I am being an actor, and I'm doing corporate videos, and a friend of mine, I did this. I became a voice actor because I was doing a shoot for a commercial, with the American Gothic photographer. I'm the farmer with the pitchfork, and I've got my wife beside me, I said, great, that's a wrap. Hey, listen, the guy goes, do you do voiceover? And I said, sure I do. What's a voiceover? He goes, well, here, just read this copy. And I said, okay, great, or to supply hardware, the right item at the right price right now. Perfect, here's another $100. And I said, I'm a voiceover actor. And it was just that simple for me. So I started doing other things. And one day I'm doing what a lot of actors do, waiting for the phone to ring. And I'm on the beach, and a friend of mine calls up and says, hey, there's an audition for a trade show in Las Vegas. You should go crash it, because I'm going to work it too. You should go crash it. And I said, there's absolutely no way. I'm a professional artist. I would never crash an audition. Where is it? And I have no idea why, but I went to this audition. I was very late getting there. The camera was on the way out the door with the producer and the cameraman. And I said, can I just read for this? And all right, come on in. We'll set the camera up. You're an Italian plumber from Brooklyn. So make up a voice, make up a video. You're a video game character. So make up a video game. And you're going to have these things glued to your face for a real-time animation system. So you'll have hidden camera, hidden microphone, and you'll talk, and this character should like, hello, I'm Mario. Hello, I'm Mario. So start talking. Whenever you run out of things to say, that's your audition. And I'm like, okay, Italian plumber from Brooklyn, Hey, how you doing? I'm under your sink, Hey, don't bother me. I'm waiting here, And I'm thinking, I don't want to do a character that is rough and rough. I want to do something that's nicer, because what if they're kids? I can talk and play. And I also believe that, comedy should always be a reflection inside and not a reflection outside. I don't want to laugh at this person because, oh, you're short, or you're tall, or you're skinny, or you're fat, because that hurts, And when I was in that first acting class, I remember vividly this one young actor, well, we weren't actors, we were all students, and he had a stutter. And I said, well, a stutter, I can't talk. And he was doing it, and I said, did you always have that? And he said, no. I was 21 years old on my 21st birthday. We were in Las Vegas. We went to a comedy show, and this comedian, they find out that it's my birthday. The lights come on me. We're at our table, and I'm scared to death, and I stand up, And, and you start saying, hey, you acne-faced, pimply, fat kid, what's the matter with you? You're ugly. And he started making jokes about this guy. And he said, everyone was laughing more and more and more, and I felt smaller and smaller and smaller. And then the next morning, I woke up, and I've had this stutter ever since, So as every artist will do, and hopefully every human being does, you mark things in your mind. It's like, okay, for me, mark, never comedy at somebody's expense. Always bring it back to the character. So that, well, Luigi, everybody cheaping me out. Oh, hello, I I'm so rockin', So it comes back that he's the fool and not the person that he's drawing the eyeballs on. So, you make choices like that. And in that spontaneous moment, I'm doing this audition, and it's like, well, who do I want to be? Is it hey, get out of my face, I'm working, or is it somebody else? And I luckily had played Gremio in Taming of the Shrew a few years before. Hey, Gremio, nice, old Italian guy, talking like this. And I thought, oh, I'll do something like that, but I'll make it younger. And then, but I don't know anything about video games, so what am I going to, oh, well, I'll just talk, and all of a sudden I hear action. And I look at the camera and I say, hello, I'm Mario. Okie dokie, let's make a pizza pie together. You go get some sausage. I'm going to get spaghetti meatballs. We put spaghetti meatballs in the sausage with the pizza. Then I'm going to chase with the pizza. And I just started making things up. And I just started playing. And I just started having fun. The way you, no doubt, can pick up a pencil and draw and just have fun. I just had fun. And and then also there was that little imp in me that said, I wonder if he really means keep talking until I run out of things to say, because that's what he means, and I'm going to see if that's really true, And so I just kept going, And then we make spaghetti meatballs, and I chase you up the hill, and then we're going to roll the meatball down the hill, and if the meatball rolls over you got to eat the meatball. Then you got to make meatballs for me. And I just kept going, because I was having fun, until I heard, cut, stop talking, please. There's no more videotape. Thank you. We'll be in touch. I was like 35 minutes apparently. And he actually, the producer turned to the cameraman and he said, do you think if we walked out of the room right now and came back in 20 minutes, he'd still be talking? And the camera guy goes, let's go, let's get out of here. So, but what was interesting was, for me, we'll be in touch means that's the kiss of death, there's the door, get out. But he got on the phone, called Nintendo, and said, I found our Mario, I got him. And I'm not sure why I got the job, but I can tell you that what he told me afterwards is that every other actor would start, and, he said, hey, how you doing? My name's Mario, I'm a plumber, and I'm from Brooklyn, and I love to do my plumbing thing. Is it something like that you're looking for? And he'd say, yep, thank you, next. Everybody was asking permission. Everybody else was asking, is it like this that you wanted? Or is it something other way? Am I doing it right? They were apologizing for not getting it right, or trying to find what he was looking for. And it's the same thing with every artist. If you express your soul, your heart, you always do something that is investing you into. If you're trying to do something that's going to sell, if you're trying to do something that's going to be what the producer wants, you won't sell it. You won't get it. And I have no idea what that's about. But you guys have a whole lifetime and career to try to figure that one out, because I don't know what it is. But I know when I go in and someone says to me, I want the voice of Mickey Mouse, I go, oh boy, okay, Goofy, let's do it right now. Yeah, I have gone in and done auditions where people go, that was exactly the Goofy. That's exactly the voice, and you don't get the part. And why is that? And I'm convinced that artistry is very much education, observation. Stanislavski is the acting coach of the world for me. That you spend your life observing people. It's like, I look at you and I see that you're wearing a red plaid. What does that mean? Red plaid shirt with the, okay. What are the characteristics of this person that I can observe and take from? If I see someone with a big jaw, he's talking like that, I can mark that in my brain so that I develop all the aspects of the colors, the movements, the motions, the feelings, the expressions, the raw emotions, the embarrassing emotions, the, oh God, I wish I had never done that emotion, the too drunk, the not drunk, and I mass this library away inside of me. But then, when I do a job, or when I do an audition, or when you draw, or when you design a game, or you do something, you put it all aside, and you become and express all of that without thought. It's a mode of, like, in the best analogy, and it's one I'll always use, is a dog on the beach. You know, you take a stick with a dog on the beach, and you throw the stick, and the dog goes, wow! And he goes running against it, and grabs it, and then running back with it. He doesn't say, I wonder how he wants me to get that stick. I wonder if I should try, perhaps longer, go really fast. How do I look? It's all of that stuff, all of your education, everything goes to the side, and you simply do, and you simply live, and you simply be in that. So that's my artistic sort of like insight for you. If it's I hope it's worth something, that you have to express yourself in your art, in your games. And one of the things that I think is so lucky for me with Mario is I happen to is it destiny? Who knows? But I hit on what Mr. Miyamoto was looking for: the innocence, the joy, the fun, that character that is Mario. And it was purely because I was committed to having fun in that place. Not because I had no idea what Mario looked like. I had no idea what the character was, or whether there could even be a hero in a video game. And now, 23 years later, I'm still doing it. We're at Super Mario 3D World, and I have this wonderful life of working with great creative people making games. And then out of that, I go and I meet fans that we're meeting people at Nakutsel, on Saturday, and we'll see have a Mario lookalike contest. Just pure fun, and that's so. What I wish for each and every one of you is that you have great fun. Follow your heart. You're obviously following your heart and looking for your destiny. That's why you're here, right? You found something that is passionate for you, and I would say is follow that passion. Just keep driving at it. Seek your happiness. Seek your fun. Because when you express your happiness, it comes back. When you express love, it always comes back. And there are different ways of creating. Absolutely. For me, it's like my decision was, I want to be the guy who creates because it's like, yippee, it's fun, okay, I'm creating from the place of joy. But, Picasso certainly was not the type of artist who's going like, whoopee, let me create, it's like, let me make Guernica, no, he and Rodin and so many artists from that place of the wounded soul seeking to express, and there's an artist that I like in America, and he said, I can't imagine art without pain, without suffering. And like, woohoo! Okay! But if that's you, then go for it. Don't be an alcoholic and destroy your life, but go for it. Discover that pain. Go through the pain to get to the other side. Because pain is that way. It's like you can't breathe, but you have to hold your head underwater to get to the breath to the other side. If that's your form of creation, do it, but don't hurt yourself. And if your form of creation is like, ooh, I want to have fun, let's do that. Then go for that. Go for it. Have fun. And you will, like every artist, be told no many more times than yes. And it's not personal. It's not personal. It's simply they didn't want that. Actors, you get rejected all the time. If you're a writer, you get rejected a million times before somebody says yes. But always, publishers always go, yep, I said no to Ernest Hemingway. Yes, I did. Because nobody knows. We don't know why something is successful and something isn't. Why something tastes like soup, and at other times it tastes like steak. You don't know. So you have to find the source in yourself of your joy, your happiness, your creativity. So that's what I want to say. I hope that's sort of in the vein of, I don't know what you were expecting with me coming here, But that's what I wish for all of you is really follow your heart, follow your destiny, because you know, when you express yourself in your art without apologies, without seeking approval, or without, you know, and it's very much in the artist's vein. You know, I want approval. I want to be said, oh yes, oh that was really good. But you're the only one that can really answer that question, really. You know, even a teacher can say this is good and can teach you the fundamentals and the structures and positioning and things, but only you can go, oh, this is what feels right, you know. And I remember what I thought was the best paper I ever wrote. I got a D in or something, the worst grade I ever got. You know, but I still remember that was a liking of a passion for me, that I'll always remember it was on Gandhi and nonviolence. It was a passion for me. So I didn't get a great grade. I got the worst grade I ever got in my whole life. But I still remember that paper and remember that. So, you know, there's success and failure, but only you can give yourself the real answer of that. So I want to say too, I've not been talking much about Super Mario. It has been so much fun doing that. And you guys are designing video games. So when you do a video game, you know, you have an idea of this character and what it sounds like. You know, so you use talent or not use talent. Can you do it yourself? And the answer is yes to all of that. You know, I think a good talent helps a game a lot to bring out the idea of the artist, to bring the artist's idea to life with a voice. And two, it pays to get somebody that you really to look, find, oh, that's the voice. Because if your character has a big jaw, you know, and you know,